spiral.
To figure out what that angle is, remember, don't use contact cement. Contact cement when we do this, otherwise you'll never get it off. Roll it around.
You're the guy from.
And just mark that spot. Okay.
Huh? What about that?
You want to hand me my straight edge?
Oh, no kidding. Yeah. That's where I'm from.
So that's the diameter.
Wait, what's your name?
You want to come down just maybe half an inch or so.
2000.
A year before me.
So.
Yes.
Yeah.
We overlapped for 3 years at Eisenhower.
Yeah, that's why you look familiar.
So
Yeah.
mark, come to the top corner.
Cool.
I was one of the like really geeky kids back then. Well, still am.
That's the doctor snoop.
That's right. That's right. That was Dr. Geek for everyone. But
So now we
Yeah.
have that.
yeah.
Start this. We make it flush to the top.
Roll small.
You see how
your
it
name
naturally
does sound pretty familiar.
Super familiar.
coming down to want to start creating a
We might
spiral.
have. Let's see. I'm trying to think of who I knew back then. Did you ever know Jennifer Hutchinson?
Okay, now we're getting contact cement on contact cement, so you got to go
He's still there. He's still
fairly
there.
slow, because once this touches,
It's stuck.
you're not going to readjust it. You're going to think you can, and you're going to try to pull backwards on it, and it's going to tear on you.
Yeah. Pretty sure the foam will give away before the DAP will.
Right.
Are you feeling that tight when you do that?
I am. I mean, not super tense, but I really don't want a lot of. If you have a lot of
I don't know if you remember him.
extra there, that's where you get these at. If it's laying down nice and flat and taut, they lay nicely against each other. But that's all we're doing is we're just slowly working our way down the sword.
And that has adhesive on it?
No, I didn't
Yeah,
actually.
they both have a layer of
I
contact
didn't actually know
cement.
because
Okay.
it was playing back there. I'm sure there was
Yeah, once they touch even a little bit, good luck ever getting them apart.
My mother is also a long-time substitute teacher in Yakima, so you probably had her as a substitute. Mrs. Smith, but that doesn't go real well.
And this little piece of foam right here, that's how you fix that. You just tear it off. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Hey Cal, I'm actually gonna step out for a minute. The blues starting to get to me. I'm not sure what's going on.
I don't have any experience.
Okay. Part we cut off at the other end, we're going to put right in there. And we're just going to finish off the sword. Stuff at the end we'll cut off later. We're going to stress our joints a little bit to get them to really adhere well. Really on the tip. Okay.
Oh yeah. Are you cutting that flush or just close enough to sand?
And that we're going to go over. Now, if you're making a long sword, that 60 inches won't reach. You're going to do the same thing that we did here with the tip, but you're going to use a second a piece of that. Don't worry about it, just butt it up as close as you can, get it nice and tight, and then when you're done, that seam's going to disappear. So now on preferences, Bryn, which showed me how to do these. This is just nothing I figured out on my head. I'm not a genius. Okay, he likes to leave the back of his square, and that's his preferred style. He leaves them square. I like to take the back of mine and put a taper into them. I prefer a taper so when I choke up to fight, it's tapered and fits into my fingers a little bit better. But the back end, how that grip style is going to be for you is completely personal preference. So now we've done it right at a 2.5 inch sword. Okay, and if we measured that and we ended up being off, it's like 2.25 inch sword because we got a measurement wrong somewhere. We're not going to take it apart. We're not going to start all over again. We'll skin the whole sword in a sheet of 1/8 inch foam. So we just cut this to the length that we needed. Contact cement the whole outside of the sword. Contact cement the inside of the 1/8 inch foam. We'd roll that onto the outside, and that would give us the last little bit of a diameter if you end up coming a little bit short. If you come a little bit short, don't start over, just use the 1/8 inch. Okay, a couple things I do at this point as courtesy, because this edge is nice and square. I will go to the sander and I will just sand a bevel onto the tip of this, just so the foam's not there to catch and pull or hit. I don't know if it makes a difference, but I do like to put a bevel on the tip of mine. And then I'm going to sand the back end into just a very short cone. Notice what I mentioned, put an extra inch of length on this, and that's the extra inch that you can cone the back of this and still have a full legal sword that has the 2/3 strike legal and then the 1/3 that's coned down. So if they measure and they don't quite have that cone right, they still have the 2/3. The pommel of it is the pommel of your choice. However you choose pommels, some like square pommels, some like tapered pommels. So that is completely personal preference of how you want to make a pommel.